we're going to skip A. We're going to skip B, because we've done those already. Can you see A would have an amplitude of 3, but the period wouldn't change. Only your y values would change. Can you see that B would change your period? You have a horizontal compression by 1/3. Your period would be 2 pi over 3. We're just going to do part C, because C is the only thing that's new, where you have adding afterwards. What does adding afterwards do? It's a vertical translation. You're going to go up 3. So when I go to graph this one, I'm actually going to take out a red pen. Same thing that we did for asymptotes. This isn't an asymptote this time. I'm going to draw a dotted line there. This is called the sinusoidal axis. And it's going to be at y equals 3. We don't draw the sinusoidal axis when it's at 0 because it happens to be on the x-axis. But what it's changing when you move something up or down is where the center line is. Right? The other word for center line is sinusoidal axis. So if your center line was at 0 and you moved it up 3, does it make sense that your center line is now at 3? Okay? Our amplitude on this one is still 1, but amplitude is a measurement from the center line. So if I know the amplitude is 1, does it make sense that my maximum is up 1 from 3 at 4? And my minimum is down 1 from 3 at 2? Along here, I'm still going to mark 2 pi as 1 period, divide it into 4 equal sections, so those are my axes families. Pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2. And the sine graph, if you think about your normal sine graph, it starts in the middle on the sinusoidal axis going up. So when I go to graph this one, I'm going to start on the sinusoidal axis. Going up means that the next part I'll be at a maximum. The next one I'm back to the middle. Next one at my minimum, back to the middle. So if we summarize what we've seen so far as shortcuts, and this could be with sine or with cosine, you can have all 4 transformations. The shortcut is that the vertical stretch or compression also tells you your amplitude. Somehow you have to remember that the first value, the A value, somehow you're going to remember that it affects your amplitude. Whatever memorization technique you can use for that would be good. A affects amplitude. The B value, affects your period. B value, period. However you can remember that. Okay? Those are the only 2 that I have good ways of remembering. with our C value, the shortcut thing we're going to be talking about is starting points. You're going to have to remember that sine normally starts on the center line going up. And you're going to have to remember that cosine normally starts at a maximum. So the starting point for cosine normally starts at a maximum, but if we look at the example that we did just previously, here it shifted pi over 6 to the right. So your maximum shifted pi over 6, and the new starting point is pi over 6 to the right. And then you can still do your 4 sections. And finally, oh, look at this. Somehow you're going to remember that this is your sinusoidal axis, that your d value affects your sinusoidal axis, shifting it up or down. And with these shortcuts, we now move to the next step where we put them all together. Okay, but you can first of all circle the questions 6 and 7.